689 million people live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $1.90 a day. In 2019, 34 million people lived in poverty in America. For a family of four, that means earning just $25,000 per year. It is projected that about half of all American adults will spend at least some time living below the poverty line before they turn 65. Poverty stems from childhood in many cases, which in turn leads to consequences in adulthood. On average, those who were raised in poverty receive 2 years less of schooling than the adults who were born into a life that was well above the poverty line. With less than adequate schooling, they may be unable to find a job that will provide enough income for them to live a comfortable life. Children raised in poverty are less likely to graduate from high school or college than wealthier children. With a lack of solid education, they will most likely be unable to get a job that pays well and end up in poverty in adulthood. They may not be able to afford nice housing and have to resort to what is in their price range. They tend to live in areas that lack job opportunities and good education for their children. Unfortunately, this creates a vicious cycle for their children's future. Without education, their children may live in the same poverty-ridden lifestyle that they were raised in. In extreme poverty cases, a person may not be able to afford housing, food, and other bills, which ends in them being homeless. Their children may even be taken away from them and put into foster care, which is harmful to them. Also, the poor are more likely to have many different kinds of health problems that can lead to early adulthood mortality. Mental illness is very common in people that are in poverty. Depending on the illness they have, it could cause them to be less motivated to get out of their house and find a job. Without the ability to work due to health issues, a person cannot provide a stable income for their family. When it comes down to it, it seems to be that the main issue for those in poverty is money. Money is necessary to be able to afford housing and health care. A solution to help the poor get back on their feet is government-funded organizations to provide easy jobs. If everyone in the United States donated 25 cents a day, it can amount to $30 billion. This money could be used to create jobs such as public cleanups and that aid in helping the community. This will end up creating 3.1 billion working hours. It is obvious that there is not one simple solution. It takes multiple factors to help end the ongoing issue of poverty. Even though it may seem small, this solution can create a bridge to the possible end of poverty. Just during the time of this video, 1,300 people have gone into poverty in America. That's 8.5 people per second. Be the change.